There we go. Clean. What's up, people? Welcome back to another episode of ADD on Video. When I started this channel, I said I wanted to try and do a whole bunch of different things with it, and so far it's been a lot of me standing around here and talking to you. But today we're going to try something a little bit different. One of the things I said that I wanted to try when I started this channel up was to do some cooking. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably know that I love cooking and then posting pictures of stuff I cooked. And if you're not following me on Instagram, what the fuck is wrong with you? Go find me. I'm 40 Deuce over there. So today, I thought I was going to give cooking a try. However, I kind of think that cooking is one of these things where if you're going to do it, you need at least two different angles going on. Cooking needs to look good, and I don't think it would if it was just one big shot of me, or if I did one of those ones where I wear a GoPro and you just watch me chop. So I don't really know how to make things look nice and beautiful because I didn't know how to edit a video before I even started this channel. But we get better by trying things. So today, you're going to witness my first ever cooking video. Cross your fingers for me, please. So I figure since today is my very first time attempting this, I'm going to do something incredibly easy. But to go along with my I'm going to get healthier theme this year, I'm going to make something that's really easy and is one of my new favorite healthy snacks to make. We're making kale chips today. So if you haven't ever had kale chips, I gotta tell you, they're actually pretty amazing. The first time I ever had them was with an old roommate of mine who was a vegetarian, and I used to make fun of her that she was just eating baked lettuce, essentially. But then I actually tried some, and they're pretty good. Or we made it together, and I liked it, either way. However, I found if you buy them in a store, you get them in a bag, they have this weird, like, crusty-looking things on them, and they're disgusting. But you can make them at home, super easy, and I'm going to show you how to do it right now. All you really need is 2 ingredients, some extra virgin olive oil, and a head of kale. A head of kale? A bunch of kale? Like a whole big bunch? Yeah. So olive oil and a bunch of kale. And then the only other thing you need is some sort of seasoning. Anything you like. Salt and pepper even works deliciously. That's one of the other things I really like about this is you can season them any way you want. You can change it up every time you're in a mood for a different flavor, and it's super easy. So anyways, I'm going to stop saying how super easy it is, and I'm going to actually show it to you. So I'm going to go turn around, get some other things set up. You won't notice it, I promise it, and I'll see you in my kitchen. All right, what's up, everybody? Welcome to my kitchen now. We actually also have some 2-camera action going on, so you can see what's happening with my hands while I do this. Fancy, right? I know. Okay, so, like I said, you only need about 2 real ingredients for this. You need some kale, you need some olive oil, and not even a lot of olive oil. Other things you're going to need for this is you're going to need a cookie sheet, some parchment paper if you want. I like to use parchment paper just so the stuff doesn't stick to my cookie sheet. It's easier to clean later also. And then some seasoning. Any seasoning you want will do. Like I said, I'll get some of mine in a minute. Oh, and a bowl. You need a bowl. That's what we're going to stir stuff around in. So the first thing you're going to want to do is you want to take your kale and measure it out a little bit. A whole head of kale is actually a lot of kale. And I know how much I could pretty much fit on my baking sheet. You're going to want about, let's say, half of this bunch for 1 cookie sheet. Oh, and I forgot to mention, if you haven't turned your oven on to bake at 350 right now, go do that. Okay, now that your oven is warming up, while it's warming up, we're going to get things ready. So really simple. All you do is you take a stalk of kale and you pull the leaves off. Now you want these things to be sort of bite-sized. So when you get a big piece like this, just rip it a bit. If you have a really big piece of the stalk, feel free to take it out. It's not that bad when you get towards the end here, but some of this larger stuff here, you don't really want to chew on that afterwards. And then just keep breaking down the kale. Maybe we'll fast forward you through this part. Alright, that's good enough for this video. So now that you have your kale in a nice bowl there, it's time to add some olive oil. So for this part, I use some extra virgin olive oil, and I do about 3 tablespoons, but I do them like one at a time, and not like the measurement tablespoon either, like an actual tablespoon. So I do one, and then just sort of sprinkle it on top, and I start to give this a little mix. Just to get it working around. We're going to mix it more after. So I do 2. And 1 more. Alright, and then, okay, so then once you think you have a semi-decent coat going here, it doesn't have to be the best. You can put a little more olive oil on if you want. I don't want a lot of it on, just enough so that it's sort of around and whatever our seasoning is can stick to it. So like I said earlier, you can pretty much put anything you want on this. Sometimes I do a little of this Himalayan pink salt, touch of pepper, and then maybe like a little garlic salt on top. That's really nice. Sometimes I like to step it up, put a little chili powder on there. Today I'm actually going to cheat for a really good flavor. There's this barbecue joint just a little bit outside of Austin. Most people, if you've ever been to the Austin airport, you know it because they have a little spot in the airport where you can also pick up their dry rub. This is a Salt Lick dry rub. I love this stuff. It's amazing. I get people to bring it back from Austin for me. I put it on a lot of meat, but it's also really good on these kale chips. So just sort of like we did the oil, we take a little bit, sprinkle it on top, give everything a little mix. Three times seems to be lucky with the oil. We're going to do a 3rd sprinkle with the seasoning. Love this stuff. It's not really spicy. It's more peppery. I'm a big fan of pepper. It's got that little pepper kick to it. Okay, now that we have that, we're almost ready to put it in the oven. So let's just get a pan. A cookie sheet is what I meant. Like I said, I like to put a little bit of parchment paper down. Ooh, that was an embarrassing rip to do on camera. And then we just take our kale we have here and toss it on. And then just try and get it in as close to a single layer as you can. So it looks like even though I estimated completely wrong, I'm not going to get a full single layer. So usually what I would tell you to do if you had a single layer is put them in for about 15 minutes and then check them. They could need a little bit longer just depending on your oven and you know, the little kale and how much oil you have over them. But because I can't get a really good single layer here, I'm going to put them in for 10 minutes, then take them out and flip them a little bit, and put them back in for another 10 minutes after that. So let's do it. Alright, so we just pulled these out. They're still looking pretty green, pretty wet. Not going to make you watch, but I'm going to flip them over and stick them back in for another 10 minutes. Okay, so apparently my camera busted out and you didn't actually see any of the countdown going. That's good, you missed it. We're going to pull these bad boys out of the oven. They're really looking good right now. They're not quite brown. Just a little right bit of crispy there. Beautiful. So now we take this lovely Mickey Mouse glove off. And these are pretty much ready to go. And there you have it. We have some kale chips. And that's it for my first ever cooking show. Went easy, had a few technical hiccups on the way. Hopefully it didn't look so bad with what you guys are just finishing watching now. Maybe only I will know what happened. Now we also have some kale chips. Healthy snack, really versatile because we can season them any way we want. And they're pretty good. If you haven't had them, give them a try. Let me know what you think. And if you have had them and you're trying my recipe anyways, let me know what you think. So that's it for me today. If you like me doing cooking shows, let me know what you thought. I would like to do more of them. Hopefully you like seeing them. Hopefully you like it enough that you are going to like this video wherever you are watching it, and you're going to subscribe to me on YouTube. And you're going to like my Facebook page so you get to make sure you see these videos. There's links in the description. And while you're at it, another place we can not miss any of my stuff is on social medias. One of them being the Facebook page I also just told you about. But that's where I am. Find me. That Instagram has lots of pictures of food. So, tying the theme together. And that is it for me. I will see you next time. Crunchy.